You guys are mean. Like how? Why? You people evicted Victory and then followed by Gigi Jasmine. See, if there's anything I'm going to be doing this week, it's actually looking out for their post eviction interviews. Imagine Gigi Jasmine and Victory doing their media rounds together. Now that is what I call epic post eviction interview, and trust your girl to bring you guys up to speed with every detail of their media rounds. Yes, guys, I have to say a very big congratulations to Mensen. He deserves it. He became the most influential player of the week, or the most influential housemate of the week, which means he has automatic immunity. So he has another 1 week guaranteed in the house. Also, my girl Tracy is still in the house. Ivata escaped eviction just by the whiskers, because if there had been 3 people leaving the house tonight, she would have been part of them. One thing I can tell you guys for free is that do not really rely on the bottom 3 chats, especially when you are voting for the next week. Why? Because I mean, the other week it was Denari almost escaping eviction. The other one, it was who almost escaping eviction. You cannot really predict by this. So if you are a fan of any of those housemates, do not rest on your laurels. Make sure you keep voting and voting and voting. Yes, guys, congratulations to all the housemates that are still in the house. But let's talk about how the night went, the questions that Ebuka asked. For me tonight, I'll say the highlight of this show tonight is that cute interaction between Ebuka and Big Brother. Yes, the third time Ebuka came frowning and everything, and he really wanted to, of course, we know he wasn't going to evict anybody. This was all pre-planned, right? But I mean, the way it looked, he was out to evict somebody, and Big Brother was like, Ebuka, it's enough. It's enough. Housemates as you were. And Doris was making faces at Ebuka. I'm like, Doris, Ebuka will come for you. Doris next week. So don't be making faces at him. But that was cute. Ebuka came with fire and brimstone today. Like, the show has not actually properly started. This guy just came on their screen and asked all of them to stand up, and then made Mensen sit down, Mensen, Zita, and Faith, because Zita, of course, head of house, Faith, because he got immunity from Zita, and then, of course, Mensen, he also got immunity, and the rest of them, like, had their heart in their tummies. Yes, but Ibuka was like, you know what? We'll come back, yes. Anyways, Ebuka started his questioning from Zita, the head of house, after congratulating her for becoming the head of house, even though she never expected to be the head of house. He questioned her about that thing she said during her conversation with Rude Boy in the head of house lounge, where she said that she doesn't really rate guys that come to Big Brother. And Ebuka was like, what do you mean by that? And she was like, oh, Ebuka, there's a backstory to it. And then she was like, you know what? There was no backstory. Just like, the whole auditioning you have to go through and tell them, oh, this is what makes you stand out. And she felt like that wasn't given for her. And then was like, okay, so what about Dambo's kid? I mean, he auditioned to be here, so what are you saying? And she was like, it was all about the effort he put in, and at the end of the day, Ebuka just confirmed, see, it wasn't about the audition for you, it was just a different thing altogether, basically her bias. Now the next person Ebuka questioned was Gigi Jasmine. Yeah, so Ebuka was like, Gigi Jasmine, you had a conversation with Sultana and Culture where you was talking about Denari and Doris's ship, saying that Denari hasn't really been himself ever since he got into the ship. You actually called him a lapdog, and how his kind of lost and all that. And Gigi was like, no, Ebuka, I actually did not call him a lapdog. I said, yes, I'm missing my best friend and all of that. Yes, I was a bit, somehow, because he's always spending time with Doris. All I said is that he was following Doris like a lost puppy. I never called him a lapdog. And Ebuka was like, all right, okay. And Ebuka also wished Koyin a happy birthday. Yes, but he was like, I'm confused. Are you turning 26 or 22? At this point, we don't actually know Koyin's age. Yes, guys. Ebuka also asked Denari a question concerning what he said about culture. Now, in a conversation with Gigi, he said for him, the least attractive guy in the house was culture based on personality, that culture is loud and he talks a lot and he lies a lot. Now, Denari was like, no, Ebuka, that's not what I actually said. What I said is that I compared culture with Mensen, that both of them are loud. But the thing is, if you tell Mensen something, you're not going to be hearing it from every corner of the house. But if you tell culture something, everybody will be hearing it, right? And to be honest, I think it's true because we've seen that a lot. Culture is such an instigator in that house. And I mean, yes, we actually need him in the house to instigate more now that Victory is no longer there and Gigi is no longer there to give us gist. Yes, guys. Also, Kaybobo was put on the hot seat about him always being in the kitchen. Ebuka was like, it's almost like you don't do anything in this house. You are always manning the kitchen. What's up? And Kaybobo went on this long, explanation talking about how, when he came in, he said he's a chef, he loves cooking, that for him, being in the kitchen and cooking is a way of giving back. And I'm like, giving back to who? I mean, are you doing charity events in that house? And he said, Big Soso loves cooking. He loves cooking. There's really not much for him to do. Also that he also takes them on gym trainings if the coach doesn't come or if the coach isn't around, and for him that's a way to pass time. And sometimes he also connects with other people and all of that. And Ibuka let him finish ranting, and by the time he was done, Ibuka was like, are you done? Oh, you finished? I'm like, oh my God, Ebuka is such a savage. But that's why we love him. That's why we love him. And Kevin was like, you know what? Everybody should be cooking for yourself because he's no longer interested in manning that kitchen anymore. I'm like, oh, don't worry. When I go here, I'm sure that Big Brother's house, you think you're going to be the next white money? Irony. All in all, it was an okay show. DJ's flow was on the wheels of steel. And shout out to Kola and Day Day. Like, the way Kola loves to sit by his Day Day. Yes, I actually said his Day Day because in his mind, that's who she is to him. So yeah, he looked good. See, the face cards of the women of the season is lethal because what is that face card? Imi, oh my God. Like, I have seen beauty, but yours is a discovery. Day, baby. Now I see why they're not gonna let you rest. I mean, Gigi, Jasmine, Sultana, baby. Zita is the true definition of a black Barbie. Like, the face cards were face card. Yes, they were all looking good. Shout out to Tema Lawson for making Imisi look good, and also shout out to Kola for encouraging her to do her makeup properly. Like, look at babe. See how good she's looking. Yes, guys, it was a wonderful show. Later tonight, we are going to be having the Head of House Challenge, and then on Monday, the Head of House Challenger. And also, I'm looking out for Day's game, the whole bed swapping. Guys are gonna choose the girls. They're gonna be sleeping on the bed. Yeah, I am looking forward to that. Day is such a gamer. She told Koyin in private this evening that, see, I'm gonna be shaking a lot of tables, but my own, I don't want to shake them. So whatever you do, you better pick me to share your bed with, because I don't want to share any bed with any other person. I'm like, okay, let's see how this goes. Well, guys, did you enjoy the show? What was your highlight? Were you shocked about Victory's eviction or Gigi's eviction? I wasn't shocked at all because they were part of the people I felt like will be leaving today. In fact, on my list was Gigi, Jasmine, Victory, Tracy, Ivata, and who else did I put on that list? Denari. Yes, these are the people, 5 people I put on my list. But yeah, I wasn't shocked at all. But also, I have to say that the 2 people that left tonight are 2 people that actually gave us a lot to talk about, whether good or bad. They actually contributed a lot to the game. Good luck to them. Yes, and Victory said in his post-eviction interview, when he was asked about, the women, Gigi, Sultana, Joanna, and he was like, you know what? I don't want to talk about those people. I only care about Joanna. That's the person I like. I'm like, okay, I cannot wait for you to say this in your media rounds with Gigi. It's about to be a very interesting one. On that note, I'd like to say a very big thank you to you all for being part of my channel. If you have not yet subscribed, what exactly are you waiting for? Kindly click on the subscription button, click on the notification bell to let you know whenever I post any new video. Until I come your way again, I remain your darling girl, Ezinnemwilliams. Have yourself a beautiful, wonderful day ahead.